Hello to you, Mark All here with your fine wine investment market update. Today, Thursday the 13th of February 2014. So the main news this week is that Livex have released their Seller Watch Market Report for January. So here's a condensed version of what happened in the market last month. Now first off, it's been 12 years since the Livex Fine Wine 100 Index was down in January, but this was actually the case last month. Even though the value of bids and offers rose to a new record high of £24.5 million. Now the first growths, well, they continued to lose popularity in January, extending the fall in value of these wines, which has now been the trend for more than 2 years. According to Livex, Bordeaux first growths typically account for around 35% of trades by value. Indeed, the figure was actually 66% at the peak of the market. And as reported in the Livex market report, well, this figure has actually shrunk to a mere 18% by the end of January. So what about the indices? Well, they were down in January also. The Livex 100, well, that was down by 0.9%, the Livex 50 by 0.8%, and the Livex Investable Index fell by 0.5%. Interestingly, even the brand new 1000 index lost ground on its first showing, dropping in value by 0.99%. Now, Livex go on to point out the Bordeaux share of trade fell below 80% for the second successive month. Now, Italy, however, well, they continue to grow in popularity, with the market share for the country growing to 7.1%. This was actually better than Burgundy, which took 6.5%, while Champagne, well, that remained steady. The top performers in January, well, they were Cristal 1996, that was up 11.6%. The Ermitage Pavillon 2011, that was actually up 11.1%. Bollinger Grand Annee 2000, well, that was up 11.1% also. And the Antinori Tignanello 2000, well, that was up 10.2%. And let's not forget Dominus 2008, which was up 10% for the month. So I'll finish this week with a quote from Livex, and it is as follows. The wines that have suffered most since the market peaked, and indeed led to the retreat, are the first growths. In the last week of January, after hovering around 35% for a year, trade by value for the first growths actually dropped to 18%. At the market peak, it was 66%, and the 4-week moving average is drifting back towards the pre-bull market levels, of between 20 and 30%. Those that have filled the gap in recent months include Bordeaux favourites of Pavillon, Montrose, and Pontet-Canet, while demand has also increased for a variety of wines from other regions. Sassicaia and Opus 1, plus wines produced by DRC and Gaia, have all taken away trade from the first growths. The market's interest in Bordeaux Premier Crus is at its lowest for almost 8 years. So that's it for this week. And remember, if you want to buy and sell wine on the London International Business Exchange, or Livex, for the lowest fee on the market, well, just get in touch. Our details are on the screen.